Ledgers get lighter while lenders get louder. The laborers linger in lines. Millions of motions demoted to notions while code closes over their spines. Factories flicker with phantom-like figures, then vanish in visual designs. A clerk with a child and a car payment smiles while the system rescinds and refines. Recruiters retreat into ranking machinery, screening the breathing away. Zooms are reduced into ruthless conclusions before any human can say, listen, I'm willing, but billing is killing the building where families stay. The market is marking the workers as weather, then calling it change for the day. When the models move faster than mercy can matter, what happens to hands and the gears? When the clever get cheaper, the cheaper gets swept into silence and swallowed by fears. If progress is pressing the poor into pressure while profits sell profit as years, then the future is fluent in fractions and functions, but deaf to the debt and the tears. A waitress with wisdom, a warehouseman working, a driver with decades of roads, a coder outcoded, a paralegal ghosted, a teacher whose classroom corrodes, a medic with metrics, a broker with broken and bloated credential loads, all traded for tokens and talking machines that can mimic the methods and modes. The white collars wobble, the blue collars buckle, the middle gets milled into dust. Skill stacks collapse into clickable packets while managers manage distrust. Upskill they whisper, but rent is a river and hunger is harder than lust. You cannot just pivot when children need dinner and medicine cost what it must. When the models move faster than mercy can matter, what happens to hands and the gears? When the clever get cheaper, the cheaper gets swept into silence and swallowed by fears. If progress is pressing the poor into pressure while profits sell profit as years, then the future is fluent in functions and fractions, but deaf to the debt and the tears. This isn't a tractor, a factory furnace, or faster mechanical loom. This is cognition in silicon skin with a billion bright valves in the room. Thinking gets thinned into rentable engines that blossom and bloom and consume. And every profession that trusted discretion gets measured for possible doom. Not one generation, but one fiscal quarter can quarter the workforce in shock. One product get plunder 100 departments by Monday at 9 on the clock. One update can undercut years of instruction, reduction by function and block. One boardroom can bury a city of salaries under a strategic unlock. Breadline, deadline, headline, red line. Fine print, mind split, mankind minefield. Tool turns tyrant when ruled by silence. Bright thing bites when the blind men shield. Fast hands cast plans, past stands cracking. Cold code counting what warm hearts lack. Gold grows upward, ground gives under. No map back when the tracks go black. So what do they do when the doing is done by a daemon that never gets tired? What do they sell when the skill they were sold as a ladder gets labeled expired? What does a man become after the market concludes he is barely required? What does a mother become when the model replaces the work she acquired? There will be riots and quiet disguises, addictions and fractures and shame. There will be preachers and pitchmen with programs and promises polished for blame. There will be cities with glittering towers when nobody lower can claim. There will be children who learn that a person and price are not nearly the same. I am not angry at engines for ending the errands they're able to end. I am not cursing the calculus circuits or servants that learn to ascend. But humans built hunger, then handed it numbers and named every neighbor expend. The wind is not wisdom, the sin is the system that won't let abundance be friend. If machines make the plenty, then plenty must pass through the palms of the people alive. If one mind can multiply, they by the labor must drive. No throne for the model, no chain for the poor, no God made of glass behind corporate doors, no feast for the few from the fear of the floor. If the age of the worker is ending, then what was the worker for? The answer is older than servers and circuits and urgent inventions that gleam. A person is more than production, more precious than purchase, more vast than a stream.